In this chapter, we'll be discussing about the additional amenities that I find useful during the mission. Binoculars are a great investment because you can use it for many different excursions, or imagine if per se you are an enthusiast of per se weaponry, and if you want to go to the shooting range, or if you're for those of you who are hunters, they're very helpful to utilize to say, okay, I'll be spotter and you be shooter. Something to also note is for sizings, because you don't want to buy anything that's like so bulky and it just feels like a big headache for you. Something like this right here is nice, but again, for sizing wise, you might want to probably go with something simple and compact. This is as you can see, a 10 by 50, but you might want to try to switch over to something simple and consolidated, kind of like this size. Let me show you why. I could just do this, and then, wow, look at the difference between the two of these right here. Woo! Which would you rather have? This right here, I would just leave behind for things that you could do at home, and this right here, I would take with you for air travel or just wherever it is that you're gonna go next. And the best part about this pouch right here is this little molly webbing setup that I could utilize for whatever tactical setup I have. Backpack, my belt, whatever it is. And best thing with molly webbing is that you can modify whatever you need to. Another consideration to try is something like this. This is a monocular scope, and if you remember what I talked about previously about this tripod, all I need to do is just unloosen it or loosen it back, and after all said and done, unfold the legs out, and I could just sit on like either a park bench or a table or wherever I am and just be like, okay, let's see where all the pretty birds today. Or I'll just picture it as per se either the sniper squad and say, okay, who's the spotter or who's the shooter. Also, what I used to use, or what I use now, which is this right here is a monocular scope that I bought for cheap at Walmart and made from the brand Tasco. This is a really actually better investment that I had found, and also I put this in a flashlight pouch because it is just that small, I could just do this and just put it back, and then whenever I need to. Another thing that you could also consider is a harness. This is from the brand Allen. This is a binocular harness, but this right here has a hook setup, and you might want to probably check again why it's important that you always check the things that you buy. You have to get the kind that has to hook on carefully and actually make it. All I need to do is just slip it on like this, and then you have the binoculars right here. So it's just like you just hold it up right here, and then you just put it down, and it'll just be staying down the whole time. Because this is just nice for that reason. And if you don't like it with these kind of strings, because these are just very loose and it just doesn't feel properly supported when you're carrying it. That's why I'd recommend considering looking into getting a binocular harness. Cooling towels and neck gaiters are very handy, especially for the hot weather. But not to say you can only use it for the hot weather, but you can do as you wish. They are great items that you can do 100+ uses. Doesn't matter if you want to wear it on your neck or whatever it is that you want to do. So this right here is what I used to wear, but I pretty much just don't use it anymore. This is made from the brand Mission, which is another very famous brand. And notice how it has the seams right here. And I'll just show you the difference of why I kind of like seams more than seamless. So typically I used to wear this on my head, but now I wear it on my neck like this. And really it's because of just trying to keep dustiness out of my face, out of my mouth I mean. It's because notice how the seam, I just raise it up like this and it feels more secure. And let me show you the difference now with seamless. So here is the seamless kind. Though I don't really like seamless, but it still works for some people, but I just, kind of just go with whatever I feel is up for today. Now with seamless, I could still, have it up here, but the thing is, it feels a little bit too loose, and it probably will slowly fall down easily, which I'm not really too a fan of. The other things that you also have to note for when you buy, towels, because I've made this mistake plenty of times. This right here is one mistake. This is actually made from cotton, and it's a really cheap, and I don't know what kind of material kind of cotton it is, but notice how it's just hard, and you could just smack it around, and it's just not even proper. So again, that's why it's important. You always have to check the labels of items before you just buy it. This is what I used to wear, and I still do, but it's just been a while, made from this brand called Magic Cool. This right here is a good towel because notice it's made of polyester, but notice how it's just very, like, just flat, and the moisture on this towel doesn't really last a long time. Another method I have actually tried is this one right here. This is this brand called Cool Towel. This is actually an Asian brand that I actually had purchased from eBay, but you can also buy this if you are ever in Asia. So the best thing with this kind right here is that, see how, if you notice, it's a little bit on the mesh side right here, and so it's a little bit on the back, but you can't really see it. Best thing with this kind though, however, is that once you activate it, the moisture on this towel actually lasts much more longer than this kind. Not to say you can't use this, but it's important to try both methods. I just prefer this one more because the moisture lasts better, and also, not to mention, it's just much more flexible that way. And if I wanted to, I could just turn it into like a headband and just wear it into a headband. Or better yet, because of the material make of this, I could just do that and just wear it as a scarf for temporary measure. Another thing to also remember is that because these materials are a little bit lightweight, but also a little bit delicate, I'll just say, you don't want to wash these in the laundry machine as it could cause damage to the material, and you probably have to just toss it. The better thing really to do instead is to wash it in the shower and just put on like a hanger and just hang dry it like a shower towel.